Looks like we've got 8 of you currently on the call, and it'd be great if you can just drop me a message, actually. I know that Blab is still quite a new platform for many people. This may well be your first time using it. So whether you're on the mobile device or if you're online, just try and get familiar with the layout. It's pretty simple. You can click the little hands here. I can't do it for myself by the looks of it, but you should see some little hands like this at the bottom of my screen, and if you give that a tap or a click, hopefully that gives a little heads up and lets me know that you're there and you're listening. And it's good for encouragement, because it's always a bit funny when you're doing a webinar or something, because you're not quite sure if everyone's picking you up. And at the moment, we're just waiting for everyone to join us. It's just gone 8 o'clock. So if you can hear me and you're listening, maybe drop us a message. It's changed a little bit, actually, certainly on my right-hand side. So if you're on computer, on the right-hand side, you can see a chat box there. And I'm just going to put a little message here to... Okay, so hopefully you can see the little message there. It does show that we've got 8 total viewers, 2 watching live at the moment. So we're just waiting for a few more people to join. If you are there listening, just drop me a message. Just let me know who you are, because the purpose of these webinars is really that we'll go on as long as we need to. And we really try and cap it at 60 minutes, because this isn't just for a general conversation. It's really to get straight into any critical points that are holding you back from your business, if you're short of ideas at the moment, or if you already have a business but you are looking to grow and you need some advice, maybe with some contacts, connections, social media, anything really. We'll use the collective knowledge of the group to hopefully answer those questions. So whilst we're waiting, here we go. So a couple more people joining us now. As I said, if you're just joining us, please drop a message into the bottom corner there where I've just put the welcome message. Just let me know who you are, and just waiting for a few more people to join. And the purpose really is to have a conversation here. This is not just for me to speak. I can do that, but it's not really the purpose of this mastermind. Is to find out if there's anything that's really holding you back, if there's any questions you need answering, maybe to share some cool stuff. So if you've discovered a new podcast or some audio this week, or you've found a really cool app, anything like that that's going to help people with their productivity, with their social media, with growing. That's what we're all about. It's all about sharing. So a few more people joining on now. If you haven't used Blab before, let me just give you a little run through of this. So you should be able to see in the middle me chatting, the video, hello. Next to me, there's another square box which says open seat. Now we can actually have a maximum of 3 other open seats in addition to my window, which means that anyone can jump on, and we'll have the video, so we can then chat to each other and see what you've been up to, basically, and see what everyone else has been up to, and just have a conversation, for however long that takes, whether it's 20 minutes or 60 minutes tonight. Last webinar we did last month had some really good interaction, and we went on for, I think, nearly an hour and a half. So, okay, cool. So a few more people jumping on now. Hi, Kevin. And I can see you're a digital nomad. So welcome, Kevin. Good to have you on the Blab, and also welcome to Mo. Hello, Mo. And Mo, looks like you're our first guest. So let's get you in.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great, thank you, Mo. How are you?
How's the audio?
Yeah, you're perfect. You're bang on.
Fantastic.
Yeah, So, how's tricks with you, Mo? How's the week going so far?
Everything's going great. Going on with my business and seeing how it's going. Just been busy updating the Motivating Go website, posting a couple of things here and there. Just keeping my ear to the ground, as you say.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and tell us, what have you been adding to the blog in the last couple of weeks?
Not much, really. It's just been basically posters, quotes, and so forth. Me and my wife are trying to get some things together at the moment, build that up, and get some more regular posts out.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's really good. Yeah, no, it's looking really good so far. So, what's your plan? Where would you like to take things in the next 12 months with that?
Basically monetize it. That's the main thing. I mean, I love blogging. I love helping people. I love inspiring people, but bringing enough traffic, monetizing it, and maybe getting some sort of self-help books out, simple steps. Listening to Jim Rohn, you just get so many ideas, and he's just like an idea magnet. He's passed away, God bless his soul, but his teachings live on, as they say.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I know I talked about Jim Rohn so much during the meetups. I think it's pretty clear, and for anyone that hasn't heard the story, that Jim Rohn was the first kind of personal development person that I was introduced to, and that was back in 2004. A friend of mine popped a CD in the car, and it was The Art of Exceptional Living, which was one of Jim's classic kind of audio recordings. And
exactly.
Yeah, it's timeless. It never grows old, and it's always such a boost. When you go for a period of time not feeding the mind with those kind of wisdom, you really notice it.
No, definitely. I mean, like I can't go even to Tesco's without listening to Jim Rohn. Literally, I have like maybe over 30 tapes on the computer and then some on my phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard that one, but then I listen it again.
Yeah, no, excellent. No, that's all good. So, Mo, thanks for jumping on first. I believe we've got Ian Luckett, who's joined us, and Ian, I think saying someone else iPhone app keeps crashing. Keep with it there. So we've got Ian who's jumping in now. So let's introduce Ian. And Ian is just like explosive ideas non-stop. He's such a creative guy, and he's just connecting here. Hopefully we'll get Ian, because I think what you're doing, Mo, and what Ian also is planning with kind of his coaching business, there's quite a lot of I think you guys will definitely have a lot to share with one another. And
I'm all up for it.
Yeah. Well, Ian's just looks like Ian's connecting. I'm not sure if you're on iPhone, Ian, or if you're on the computer at home. I know Blab is still new. We had a few teething problems last month, didn't we? Mo was on the call last month, and a few people who just found either the connection or just getting used to Blab. But hopefully, Ian, you'll connect with us. Just waiting for some others. We had about 18 registered tonight, so I know it's crisp. We're full in, the middle of Christmas party season, so maybe we've got a few people who are out tonight. But
Wednesday night, okay.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised, Mo. So I just had a few things jotted down tonight, but obviously the point of these mastermind meetings is really just to see, is anyone? Oh, Ian's trying to get back in. Just get in there. So just see if anyone's got any kind of questions they need answering. Whether that's something to do with online or they need a connection to somebody to help them, or there's just something cool that they want to share. Or we can discuss some ideas generally for the group, who we think,
definitely.
I was curious to find out from people kind of what subjects, to focus on a little bit more next year with our meetups, because online marketing was very popular this year. A lot of people want to know, obviously, how to, like yourself, Mo, how to monetize an online platform, whether that's a blog or...
I'm doing a part-time course now. It's a digital marketing course. I've got an exam coming up at the moment. It's a foundation course. it kind of goes through the basics, and then I've got an advanced course coming up in the new year, and I just decided just to invest in my education. Just, a lot of people out there, that people can teach you. If you find someone in the market, please, this is the point of Mastermind. But I would always say to people, self-teach is the best way to start, even if you get the basics. I mean, what to blog, how to monetize it, SEO, and a lot of people out there, these words are like gobbledygook. But if you do some basic courses or even find some Google videos, build your way up. It ain't going to happen overnight, but you will get there. But with the Mastermind and Christian and all the people here, you'll definitely get there. But there's going to be a lot of technical things, a lot of snags, a lot of things that you don't understand. But that's how you're going to learn, as you say, Christian.
Yeah, no, totally agreed. And yeah, you're right. YouTube's always a good place to start. I haven't actually used Udemy, but I hear some good stuff about the courses that are available there. And they often do some really good sales and discounts, and you can pick up really in-depth tutorials for under £10. It's amazing.
We're in the 21st century now, and it was just amazing how disruptive technology has become. Like, you can literally get a degree education for like one fifth of the price if you want to. But and our lifestyles are very busy. We're all working. We're all still in the rat race. I would advise anybody, look, go out there, find the course that will get you one step closer, and come to masterminds like this, and you will escalate.
Yeah, no, it's good advice. And we've just got a question actually, and Anne, I'm not sure if that's correct name, Anne, asking about internet marketing there. Anne, you're more than welcome to jump in here if you'd like. We've got a spare seat there. If you've got some specific questions, we can certainly have a chat about that. Both myself and Mo, we both do internet marketing, so we can offer any help and guidance there. If you've got a question specific, because internet marketing's a really broad subject. So
very big, yeah. You have to niche down what you want.
Okay, so Masood.
Masood Mahamud.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you? Fine, thank you.
Excellent.
My name is. Can you call me just Anis?
Okay. Anis. Okay, Anis.
Anis.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem, Anis.
So,
Yeah, Anis. So you want to talk about some internet marketing?
Yeah, internet marketing. It's a very interesting field.
Indeed.
Yeah. Indeed. So, please, I have a question. For example, if you have a product, it's talk about weight loss. For example, weight loss, and you want to attract the people who are interested on what you are doing. How you can do this? Okay,
so tell us, have you already got a product that you're looking to promote?
No, I never do this because just I'm a beginner. I want to learn how to start.
Okay.
So I just want some advice.
The first question I'd ask you is this something you're passionate about?
For example, of what I'm interested in.
Is this something that you're very passionate about? I mean, do you have some knowledge of this? Is this something that you can talk about it confidently at a basic level, anything? Because the reason is a lot of people that get into internet marketing is the first thing is money. We're all trying to make money. I would say to people is the money will come, but you have to bring quality to the marketing. So if it's something that you're good at, whether it's gaming, fitness, motivation,
sports, for example, sport.
Exactly. Yeah. Write about something that you can talk about confidently and add value to. A lot of internet marketers make a mistake of, this is fitness. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write about it and I'm going to make money. Don't do that. Do the reverse. Bring value. Bring something that you're passionate about. Because a lot of people, when they start, they're not going to make money the first 6 months. You're not even going to make money the first year. So you got to be resilient. And the only way you're going to be resilient is about something that you understand and are very confident to talk about. Then the rest will make more sense.
Okay. So your meaning is that when I want, for example, to create a blog or
Correct.
WordPress.
Correct.
For example, I'm interested in video games. So I will write about video games. I will for something that I have a knowledge. So it will be more easy for me.
Correct.
Okay, okay, interesting.
So,
So,
Christian, do you
but
have anything you want to add?
there are so, huh?
No, I
Please,
was just saying,
carry
Christian,
on.
if you want to go, carry on.
Yeah, but if you, for example, if you have if you create your own blog,
Mhm.
there is a problem. There a problem. How you can get traffic? This is the key of to how to make money. The traffic, how you can have it?
Mm.
Because I find that there are many people talk about in internet marketing how to use a Facebook ad size or a PPV, did impact, or email marketing. But this is you need to have money to spend. This is the problem for a beginner, for example, for me. So I want to know how you can use our organic traffic.
There's a few ways. So there's the paid traffic and there's the free traffic. Free traffic.
Yeah,
Free traffic
yeah,
is there's a lot of different ways you can do it, and if you've got some budget to spend, you can get really good traffic within a matter of hours these days for pence, if you know where to spend and you work out your customer audience. And this is where it kind of comes back to what Mo was saying a bit. If you're very targeted and you know what your product is, it's something you're passionate about, you'll probably know
yeah.
the smaller niches, and you'll know those fine points that people like and don't like, because you understand it yourself very well. And when you can target an audience and be very specific like that, you'll find that your cost per the click will come down a lot as well.
Oh, okay.
But
So you
there are ways as
please
well,
continue.
obviously, if you don't want to put any budget into it, where you can just start driving some traffic. And that can be create a blog, create some good content, share that across social media. That's the very first step. There are websites such as eZine articles. So there's sites where you could write, a page about your product or how it can help people or a problem that it can solve, and submit it to these sites, and they'll distribute it across loads and loads of blogs across the internet. And as long as
So
you
for
have your link, it will drive back to your product. So that's
so your meaning is that I have to find the people who I want to attract them.
well, you definitely have to know exactly who your audience are, and you need to know where that audience is as well. And then you need to create content which you can distribute out there, which will be relevant. And really, ideally, you want to attract them to you. So
Oh, okay, okay. So after this, I have to build a good relation with my consumers.
yeah, and I think you do need to build that over time, because people need to trust you that you're a good source of information, and that if you're going to go down that route, that does take time, but it does build up a very solid following and a good, a good customer
It's
base.
maybe it's maybe like email marketing. It's maybe like the same thing.
That can be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. But some guy told me that the best way is that if you want to start, you have to start with YouTube and Facebook, because there are many people who can attract the thousands of traffic that are how can I say attracted.
I would say YouTube for the moment. If you're just starting off, I would avoid it for now. The reason is you need a lot of good equipment. You need a lot of video editing equipment. You can do video editing cheaply, but people are more into high definition, high quality audio, high everything. YouTube is, I would say, more towards the end. I would say focus on your content, your blog, WordPress, your social media presence, Twitter. Build it around that, then build into YouTube. Because right now, the current equipment that people have today, they can make good videos. There is 4K mobile phones, but it takes time to edit. It takes time to research the keywords, and you need the people first before it goes viral. So you need to build the people, build your crowd. As Christian said, you need a following, you need an authority. Once you've got that small crowd, by all means, go ahead. But what people tend to do, they put a video up online and they hope it will go viral. Unless,
Yes, exactly.
exactly. I mean, if you fall on your head, maybe it might go viral and somebody recorded it. But that's not the kind of things you want. You want something that's good quality content that reflects your website. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that goes viral are very stupid.
Because I see, because I find that many people talk about this. When there is a technique that its name is SEO, search engine optimization.
correct, yeah.
Is that you can use it for optimize your blog?
Yes, you can, but again, it depends on the content. What people don't understand is Google don't just look for words that pop up 10,000 times. They care about what is good, is it useful, is it linked to enough people, are a lot of people coming back? So Anna, are you still there? I can't see your video anymore.
No, we've lost him. Okay, all right. Hopefully, Anus will be back in a few moments. Ian, hello. Hey, oh, Ian, I don't think we get picking up audio on you. So, whilst you're working out the audio settings there, this is something Mo maybe can help with from last month. Anus is trying to reconnect. Hey, Ian, there we go. No.
You got to go to the audio button in the corner, and you got to go into, I think it's the mixer, audio mixer. Okay, and then if you can, there's the thing called recording devices. Click on recording devices, and make sure your mic is on or enabled. Is that thumbs up? No? Yeah. Can you hear yourself when you talk?
Well,
nope.
Okay, we'll let Ian just have a figure around with that. So let's just pick up from where we left off there with Anus's question on the internet marketing. I think you've got to look at yourself, haven't you, and what's your individual style. I mean, if you're someone who's good at writing, then maybe, the blog route is a good one to get started. And if you're good at chatting and, you love just, explaining stuff through audio, then, start a podcast. And for some people who do love to be center stage, maybe on film, then maybe, the video stuff and YouTube is a route that they're going to pursue longer term. So some people hate being in front of the video. So, there's no point just being on YouTube for the sake of it, is there? If it's not your natural platform, it's not going to bring out the best message from you. So that's something people definitely have a look at.
No, I was just saying that a lot of people go on YouTube again. They see it as a quick fix. It's like, if my video goes viral, I'm going to make so much money. The people that make money they're people they're passionate about. Gamers, especially like Minecraft, footballers, FIFA. These guys play in, day out, and they've got good equipment. They've got good commentary, but a lot of people now are under the pretense, if I get a good video out, whatever the keywords, if it's about celeb or something, I might get viral. It doesn't work like that. You've got to continuously bring out good content, and the video quality is very important. Everybody's got 4K TV now, HD TV, broadband, 4G, everything. So quality is key. So you're going to need a bit of good equipment.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ian, we're still not picking you up, I'm afraid. I don't know if you got the microphone there. Ian, I don't know if you have got iPhone at all. You might want to try and see if you can switch onto your phone, download the Blab app maybe. So I think he's figured it out there.
Good
So
man.
we're a bit quiet tonight, actually. We don't seem to have certainly as many people as we did last month.
Christmas party, I guess.
Yeah, Christmas. Oh, saying that though, Nathan just joins us. Welcome, Nathan. And Nathan, and we've still got Kevin there. So Kevin, thank you. And if either Nathan or Kevin, if you've got any questions, we're just doing our monthly mastermind meeting here. So we help people to create additional income around their 9-to-5 jobs, or even if you already have left the rat race and you have got a business and you need some assistance in any areas really, then we're here to help and put it out to the group. And if we can't answer it tonight on the call, then we have 800 members, which between us all, I'm pretty sure we'll find an answer. So yeah, Nathan, hopefully just explaining there, we're masterminding on all topics really around your entrepreneurial business. So really, Escape the Rat Race is built upon creating additional income or supplementary incomes through businesses, whether that's online marketing, whether you want to start trading properties or trading the stock market or creating Amazon businesses, just creating additional income on your own terms, so profits rather than wages. And hopefully when that part-time income from your business matches your full-time employed income, then you can make that transition if that's something that you want to do. So we're talking about all things related to that topic tonight, and we're sharing any cool things with one another, any books, any podcasts that we've been listening to. I don't know if I shared last month, but there's a very good podcast for entrepreneurs called EO Fire, and it stands for Entrepreneur on Fire. And every day, John Lee Dumas, who presents that, interviews an entrepreneur and asks them questions about their struggles and their highs and their lows, some recommendations on books that have really helped them. And it's a very good podcast. And I'm enjoying that one a lot at the moment. And it's always very varied with the guests. So it's inspiring stuff. This is going to be the last Escape the Rat Race event, so to speak, for this year. And it's gone well. And I'm still working on the website, which is coming together nicely. And we're going to be putting a lot of content. Obviously, it won't all go in there straight away. Really want to find out what will be useful for the members. There's been a lot of members asking about the Amazon business. We've had several people start that this year, launching their products. You know, my girlfriend's on her kind of third product now this year and going really well with that. So, we'll probably try and put something together to help the other members get started if they want to. And also one of my mentors, John Ketley, we held a personal business development day a couple of weekends ago. Ian, who's trying to sort out his audio and join us, he may well be downloading the app or something before he joins back. But he came along, and that's where I met Ian. And Ian is just fired and ready to go. So I really hope he can sort out that audio issue and join us, because he's got so many ideas. He's looking at setting up a coaching company. He's interested in getting back into trading. And he's just working like a madman at work as well. So he's fitting a lot into 24 hours a day.
Yeah. I've been up since 6 this morning. I'm just, as you can see, the bags under my eyes. But I had to have a quick coffee before I came on. But yeah, this is the whole name of the game. You know, this group of I call them the outsiders, because that's what we are. Everybody in this group, we are the outsiders. And we're thinking outside the box. Yes, we're on. Good.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Perfect.
Can you hear me now?
We can. We'll give you some
for that
high fives. So Ian,
I've just. Where are we? That's better.
There we go.
I've just gone through my whole PC and camera, microphone, everything, and we've just resorted back to the phone, which is fantastic, isn't it? But we're in the summer house tonight. Look, check this out. Got the old Christmas tree here.
Oh, nice.
All sorts of stuff. Yeah.
No mistletoe?
Hey?
No mistletoe?
No, that's inside next to the wife.
So, Ian, tell us all of the stuff you've been up to this week already.
Wow, this week is where do I start? So I'm really interested in some of the social media side and the getting the followings and sorting all that out. So basically, what my game is, what I'm looking for is to break out into the personal development, mentoring, business coaching type of arena. I do a lot of the work at that, a lot of that sort of stuff at the moment in my work. I'm a senior manager for a utility company, and I get to play around and do some speeches and some mentoring with some guys, which is just absolutely amazing, and I love it. But I was listening to you talking about Jim Rohn, and I listen to him every morning as I'm walking the office, and then blast it all out to the guys. Half of them get it, most of them don't actually, in fairness, but it's quite fun, and because I always manage to catch them out. So yeah, this week, you kept me awake this week, Christian, you little sod, because Christian, I used to do some forex trading, and because of time, I was okay at it, but it's just a time thing. It just wasn't paying. And I met Christian a couple of weeks ago, and he said, "No, God, no, don't do that. 10 minutes a night, no problem at all." And so I said, "Oh, we need to have a chat about this." And I always do this. Because I get about 5 hours sleep a night anyway, and I always, just before I'm about to go to bed, I'll text someone and say, "Just drop me that over." And he sent me this thing over, and he goes, "Oh, it's only an hour long." And I thought, I can listen to that. Yeah, 11:30, I'll be done. Yeah, that'd be good. And then I was up for like God knows how long. Thinking, I could do this. I could do it. And the old peanut was going a bit mad. But yeah, so I've opened up this. I've started a Facebook page, and I'm putting some vlogs up there, which is a new thing for me, and trying to just get, pass on some of the things. This week I'm starting one, designing one, and I do about, it's only a couple of 3, sort of 4 or 5 minutes a week, but this week's about knowledge and understanding, and listen to what you read, and I try and link it into a circumstance during the week. About, I might have had a team brief or an experience with one of my staff or someone like that, where I just want to share just a little bit out and trying to create that following. Now I know I can go and buy a load of followers tomorrow, but I want followers who are going to act, not followers that are just going to just hit the like button and hit that sort of button. So yeah, it's just in real infant stage at the minute, but I'm not rushing it. I just want to do it right, and hopefully Christian and John Ketley are going to sort me out and help me out. Poor old John, I bombarded him with a massive amount of data the other day, and he's having a bit of a busy week. So it's all go at the moment.
I was with Mick Holloway this morning.
Okay.
I didn't know the connection, and he was saying,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, who's that then?
Yeah. Because he said to me, I sent a load of stuff over, and he said, "Oh, you seem to be doing really well. Why do you want to go and do something else?" And I said, "Well, to do something better." But yeah, my diary at work is just like crazy, and you're just running around thinking, this is not a great use of my time. I love the job, I really love it, and one day it won't be there, or I won't want it to be there. But it's about building up a sustainable base at the moment to sort of springboard from. But
yeah. I was going to ask you,
it's all go
in terms of time management, because you've got a family and you've got a full-time job.
It's hard.
You fit a lot in, Have you got any specific kind of, way that you kind of divide your time up, or are you just like something?
Yeah. I am an absolute follower and parishioner, I think they'd call it, of the Tony Robbins Time of Your Life program. I bought that a couple of years ago now, and I've been practicing it every single week for about 18 months. And for those who don't know it, it's an absolutely really in-depth look at what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it. And that's one of my biggest problems. In actual fact, an area I need to really focus on at the moment is the family, because you don't think you're ignoring them, but you're running around doing this, you're running around doing work, you're doing this, that, one thing, another. And if your timescale doesn't line up with the families and you're not giving them quality time, then that's not good. And I think I'm man enough to identify that I've had a few issues with that recently, only in myself, and thinking that's not good. So this weekend we went down to London just to mill around. We stopped off at Sirchi's, had a couple of glasses of champagne, didn't do much, just chilled out, just enjoyed ourselves, and because we didn't do much and because you didn't plan much, and all the purpose of the visit was just to have a laugh and spend time with the family, it was fantastic. And ticking a box, and then you can carry on and go and do what you want. But yes, I do that, and that helps me keep on focus. And I think a big thing that if I could give to anyone is about scheduling time for yourself, scheduling time. So rather than just putting down a to-do list and saying, "Yeah, I'm going to do this, going to do it," no, tell yourself when you're going to do it. 9 o'clock till 9:30. I'm going to bloody do it. because otherwise you won't do it, and someone else will get in your time, and then you're not going to meet your objective. And I sit there Sunday mornings in bed scribbling away, and she's sitting there going, "Will you shut up, making that bloody noise?" And I'm going, no, you know, and it's I find it really helps me in control. I find it really helps me, you know, get out of overwhelm, because as you say, you can throw so much stuff into everything, and if you're not careful, you're just going to get stressed out over it, and then you're going to give up. I guess that's probably why most people give up, and they get a bit stressed out of it. But yeah, check out innovate2success.com. Put a little bit of advertising in here, but the Facebook page is where I'm aiming it at the moment, and I've got some videos on there, and I'm putting stuff up there that means stuff that I can understand and people can, you know, I get, so I could just talk about it freely like with you guys here. Do you like this picture behind me? This is brilliant. This was my two lads. Where is it? I need to get it on the picture. This is my two boys a few years ago in Sharm el Sheikh.
I did notice that. And, yeah.
Did you see that? And it's really cool. So that's in the middle of the desert. And get my peanut out of the way. And basically, the sun was going down. I said, just get up there and take a picture. And my eldest on the right says, "What on earth are you doing, Dad?" And I said, "You'll find out when you get home." And that's absolutely mental. And it's a great little silhouette there. So.
Yeah. Is that your little getaway space where you can get on with things in there?
I call it my getaway space. My wife calls it, "Get out, you're making too much noise." So, but it's really cool. We put this in the garden a couple of years ago now. It's just mental. Look. You can count wine bottles. Look how many wine bottles we've had since we built this summer house.
All the corks, wow.
You can stick them up there. But no, it's the best thing we ever put in the garden, actually, in fairness. And we're out here all year now. I mean, there's no heating on in here now, and it's warm enough. And but we'll be out here Christmas, and in the rain, in the sun, in the snow. And it's good. It's good. So,
excellent.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. So any help or any advice anybody's got about sort of creating a proper following and trying to get the right people to look at the page and interact and things like that is I did the Gary Vaynerchuk course on building a personal brand. I don't know if many people have seen it on Udemy, which was really good. But it's very easy for someone, I think, like him to do that when, they've got millions of people following them and, millions of people love stuff they do. But so yeah, sort of that's where we're planning on going, and we're just going to keep trucking away. And I'm just doing a weekly vlog on what I'm doing and what I'm feeling and how I'm getting on. It'd be good to check it out and just to see what you think. Throw a bit of humour in as well if I can, which is quite funny every now and then. But one thing I think just about this, you have to be really careful about your work relationship and this relationship. So I have to be careful not to mention things about my work or my company, in when you're doing it, and also any personal things, because you might have had a howler of a day with someone, but you can't go in and sort of slag them off, because I'm very aware that anything that goes on social media is on social media, and it can be anywhere. So, it's good. It's an interesting little ride. It's going to be quite a fun journey, and I look forward to smashing it to pieces, which will be quite interesting with Christian's help. You get me forex trading again, mate. I tell you.
Well, yeah, that's it.
That'll be a laugh.
You're a bit like me, where I can see, you get excited about lots of things, and sometimes it's you just got to pull the reins back and just keep that focus. And it's hard because they're all exciting opportunities, but.
I think that's the thing that hopefully John's going to help out with as well, is putting together a bit of a structure. And I won't allow myself to get into overwhelm over it, because I don't want to do everything at once. I realise I need to pace myself and need to get things done done properly, but in a reasonable time period to sort of keep things going. So it's all good. It's all good.
So just ask the question for both of you. Maybe start with you, Mo. What's the one thing that, in your mind, in terms of your personal business and growth, the one thing that really must change for 2016? What's the one thing that you want to focus on most?
Me, it's just literally, it's just time management. I think it's the biggest one of all. I have a small daughter now. She's just about 18 months, and it's just finding the time, squeezing her in, squeezing my job in, and fielding in that time. Biggest challenge for me is as the more she grows, the more time I will have to kind of slot in. And I don't like to refer to my daughter as slotting in, but it has to be done, and her time is vital. And one of the things I learned, even Jim Rohn talks about this, is start the day properly, end the day properly. So for me, my last couple of weeks have been, I always cut off first 2-3 hours with her, playing, doing whatever I have to do. And then obviously when I do start work, because sometimes I start late afternoons, then I will go to work and come back, and then I could be working all the way up until midnight if I have to do it. My biggest challenge for 2016 for me, it's just literally streamlining the time as much as possible.
Yeah, excellent. What would you say, Ian?
I think on that, Mo. I mean, the one thing, I've got a 16 and an 18-year-old, so I'm slightly different with you. And your Christmas treat is going to go down this year if you've got an 18-month-old and she's running around. I'll tell you that for nothing. Yeah, is about, so you can get stuck into this. Yeah, I'm spending time with them, but are you spending quality time with them? And that's the key bit. It's about when are they receptive and when are they not. And I found that I got into this position where when the kids come home from school, I'd sit down, and they're shattered when they come home from school. They don't want to sit down and play a game and things like that. So just make sure that at the weekend that you focus some time and go to the park, and it's just totally on them and it's phones off, and you just do it. Because then in actual fact, what they'll do is they'll leave you alone because they've had the dad time. And then they'll go and crack on with what they want to, something else that they were quite happy to content and do themselves. But yeah, that is a struggle. And I have
rule. I switch it off as well.
Yeah, God, I don't do that. But yeah,
I do. I have to.
I think you need to. And I think that's something that we could sit there and we'll all be on our phones, but the thing is that's where the world is done these days. I pay my gas bill on my phone. My solicitor gets in contact with me on my phone. I've got some rental properties. They get hold of me via the phone, and it is, you sit there on the train and you go, oh, isn't this sad? What is sad when you're sitting there and there's some plum playing Candy Crush and you're thinking, man, you could be doing something so much more productive, and you just want to twat them over the back of the head.
But when I go to the park to play with my daughter, and she'll be running around, she'll be, going on a slide, half of the parents are all on their phones while the kids are running around and on the slides, and I'm like, what? I'm in the twilight zone here. There's no one. The kid can run out the gate, no one would even notice.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what will happen in years to come when you're sitting there, and we do this with my family. We go out on holiday. We'll take a pack of dominoes, pack of cards, and we'll sit there and we'll play cards and everyone will look at you like going, "What are you doing there?" Then but the boys are so well behaved. They're not running around screaming about. They're not smashing the place to pieces. They're not. I mean, you see the way that some parents deal with their kids these days, and it's absolutely frightening. It really is, because it's just like they are ruling the family, and they will ruin that family because kids don't know how to run a household. And you watch them. So when you get that next time, when you've got those parents playing the Candy Crush for their kids, you then watch how they either get their kids in the car, or they're eating a picnic, or they're in McDonald's, and then you can be proud about what you're doing with your daughter, because at the end of the day, you know that you're bringing her up solidly, and she's going to follow what you're doing, not what they're doing. And that's what you'll end up with there. But for me this year, I really want to earn a ton of money outside of my work environment, which is like a real big challenge. So actually demonstrating to myself. Tell me a little bit
more about your work, because I know you, Christian, know each other, but I know you said something about utility or something.
Yeah, so I work for a large. I'm going to keep it fairly bland at the moment. A large utility company, and I'm a head of business development in that team. So I run. I've got about 30 people report to me, and we look at developing the business and basically doing contracting works for building up electrical networks, basically. And so I've got a team of guys who are out there looking for opportunities. I've got a team of guys who put the bids together, the contract guys, and all this sort of stuff. And I've always worked for Morrison's and those sorts of, that's not who I work for at the minute, and Murphy's and those guys over the last sort of 20 years in a commercial environment. So from a management point of view, negotiation, no problem whatsoever. And then the people sides obviously come in as well, and that's the bit that that's the bit that I enjoy, and that's the bit that's that drives me, is getting people to do stuff that they don't think they can do. And I've had teams of people create databases and all sorts of things that they never thought they could do. And when they've done it, I've just gone, I told you. And then, just by doing something just slightly differently, it's just thinking differently. But something John Ketley said the other day, and I recited this story today, was we were trying to work out, I was on the Mastermind day the other week, and we're trying to work out where your natural place of happiness and where you most naturally fit in. And we sort of had a chat about this, and he said, well, what did you do when you was a kid? And I said, well, I don't know really. I did a bit of running, I did a bit of athletics and stuff, but I didn't really don't know really. So we got thinking and talking, and normal we think about it. And then I said, I love to fix stuff. I love to break my car and fix it. I used to love to fix the garden with my mum. I'd fix this. And I said, yeah, and that feel really comfortable and achieving in fixing stuff. And then you fast forward that 30 years and you look at what I'm doing today, which is fixing stuff. So I've got a problem where someone's come to me and said, I can't do this. I can't build this network I need. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll build a team of people. I'll bring them around and I'll do this. And that's, when you look at that, it was just so powerful, Christian. When it was just like unbelievable. And we just sat there and went, shit, this is what I'm meant to do. And that's why my feet hit the floor in the morning, because I go to fix stuff. Whatever it may be, whether it be at home or whether it be, at work, or whether it be someone else's problems. But you're always wanting, to help out. There's a woman on the train tonight, and she couldn't get through, and I thought, well, why don't I just get up, move, and then move her pushchair over, and everyone else just sat there, and it's like, you bastards, just move, and just, what's the deal? Just get out of the way. And she was eternally grateful. And it's just the little things, isn't it? It really is those little bits day by day that you just have to do. Well,
we spent a good half a day, didn't we, really getting to the bottom of that before we moved on, because a lot of people who are unsure about which journey to take, and it really is taking it all the way back and then finding out what's the passion, what's the real driving force inside you that you're going to stick with for the long term. And that's exactly what you were saying earlier on, Mo, wasn't it, to Anus?
Yeah, Anus was one of the guests that was here earlier. You will probably catch him towards the end. I just said to him that if you're going to do something, make sure it's something that you have a good grip of understanding, you're passionate about, because success is a long-term game. You can't play for the short term. You're going to get knockbacks. We're all in this room. We know the rules. So if you're passionate about something, no matter how many times you get knocked back, you're going to keep going forward until you get there. And a lot of people that when they join the internet game to make money, they jump on the weight loss. They jump on how to make money online. They talk about the Forex trading, and they don't have much knowledge. They don't have much passion, and 90% of them fail because that's not where their heart lies. The ones who do it have background in it. They've already done this kind of stuff. They're Forex trainers. They're nutritionists. They're passionate. I mean, they're people who are in that field, and they have a good, understanding of it. They're the ones that will win because that's where their heart lies. And also, if not, they've developed enough skill to do so. So, again, people coming into this field to make money, you're not going to make money straight away. Focus on the content. Focus on what your message is. And if your message is good, the people will come.
But I'll tell you, add something to that, which is going to be makes me sound like an old man, which I'm not. But I'm probably older than a lot of people, and it's about networking and being building a relationship. So a lot of people that I used to deal with on the Forex forums, they were young kids. They were great. They saw the Ferrari, they saw the Lambo, and all that, and they thought they were going to go for that. But whenever you actually, got them offline and got them on Messenger and said, how can I help you? What do you need to do? And all that sort of stuff. They couldn't communicate with you. It was like text language and such a stuff. And this is the big thing that I have, like with my son, who's like, he's doing well and he's getting there. But I can, from a negotiation point of view and from a confidence point of view, I can have a negotiation with absolutely anybody, and I feel confident in what I do. And this is what you're just saying, Mo, about being, if you're confident and you're knowledgeable in your field, you've got to make sure you get that across personally rather than just in your content. Because if someone doesn't get your content but they get you, then you're going to be looking at a scenario where if they don't get the way you've put that across, I've just had a right result with my mobile phone bill. That's because I stood up to him and I said, no, I'm not having that. And I ended up emailing the CEO and I ended up getting £150 credit, which was the right result, especially when the bill was only 120 quid. But anyway, if I hadn't have done that, and if I hadn't have stood up to them and said, well, what are you, one of my greatest lines is, well, what consideration are you going to give me for the inconvenience you've caused? And people don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to, and they go shit, put me onto the manager. How do I handle it? And that's the bit that when you've got the internet and you've got this media world, which is so not personal, is making yourself confident over that. And I don't know how you guys do that. I've done it because I've been in a work environment, but I think that's maybe a topic for future webinars, Christian, about personal confidence through social media.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I was hoping to get a few ideas thrown around actually of content and topics for next year, because I'm looking to book in, speakers for the meetups and the Blabs. I want to be doing a lot more of the Blabs and the interviews, and going to be doing some more with Zahir, my trading mentor. And we've done a couple with guest speakers. We had Dan Waldschmidt. I don't know if you caught the Dan Waldschmidt Blab that we did a couple of months ago, Ian. I think you'd really enjoy that one. Guy from America.
I haven't had time to listen to that yet.
Yeah, and
I've got to sleep. I've got to sleep quicker. That's what I tell my guys. Sleep quicker. Sleep quicker.
Yeah, any ideas you have for, for topics or speakers, please share those with me. And want to make sure that we, as a collective, we grow stronger and we get there a lot quicker. And just to reflect back on what you said there, Mo, about people getting in for the wrong reasons, that's really why I encourage people to join this group, because it's a good group and a good bunch of people, and between us all we've experienced lots and lots of different opportunities, and you can say get rich quick, we've probably all had a look at a few of them, and maybe even some people, myself included, maybe invest a bit of money and it hasn't gone to anything, and that's a trap that a lot of people fall into, especially when they're just discovering this and getting their entrepreneurial sort of flow. It's a minefield online. So
I don't need to put anybody off in terms of get rich quick, but the scams out there. You put 50 quid in, you're going to get £300 today. Well, you might as well go to William Hill. But it's just the entrepreneurial flair has to be there. You have to be in it for the long term. You need to have a very confident personality, and groups like this will help. But the media, and especially the web, it sells you these get rich quick schemes so much now that people are getting sucked in.
I think looking back, particularly over I was working. I had a job where I was managing 135 people, managing a national network, fiber optic network, and then I had 2 years where I made some bad mistakes and choices. And I was out of work for probably about 3 months over that 2 years, 3 or 4 months over a 2-year period, which was like unheard of. And I was sitting there all of a sudden on a Monday morning, and everyone else is going to work and I'm not. And it's like, what's happened here? And I just turned it into a bit of a plan at the time, and I hadn't done any of this sort of self-development, personal development, any of that at the time. I dealt with it like a project because I was in a project environment, and I ended up landing a job which I've now, been in there for 5 years. Well, I haven't been there 5 years. I had 5 jobs within the same company for 5 years because they don't want to keep me sitting still because they know I can do better things. But looking back on that now, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. But by God, that kicked me up the arse, and I'm sitting there, got a brand new motor out the front. We've just been on holiday, and I'm not earning any money. And it was like, if that happened now, it would be a different world. It'd be a very different story. But, you just got to pick yourself up, dust yourself down, and just crack on and just keep going for what you're trying to achieve. And it's so easy just to sit there and go, yeah, but I'll get my pension and I'll be all right because I get paid each month. A speech
I'm dangerous thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Being an employee is probably most dangerous position
it
right
is.
now.
Yeah. I'm giving my guys a speech tomorrow about a couple of guys that I met I used to work with years ago. And one of them, this guy walked into this office, and this guy, massive Mercedes, really looked up to him. And I thought, wow, he's going somewhere. I want to be like that. Next guy walks in, was a labourer, right? Got a spade in his hand, just finished digging up his street. And I said, I was having a chat with this guy as well. It was his brother. And I said, how on earth did that happen? So and this was 15, 20 years ago, right? So I've had this thought with me all the time, and it wasn't until I was listening, it was either Les Brown or Jim Rohn the other week, and the story that I'm going to embellish and put some cream on the top tomorrow is the guy with a spade went to work for £3.85 an hour. The other guy went to go and work for the company. And that's the you know, the end of the day, that is exactly what's happened. So I want to be saying to him, if you want to work for, you know, £5, £6, £7 an hour, you carry on. But when you see all these other people getting big bonuses and big results, that is because they're working for the company, and we need to work for ourselves. And that's the bit that you can't, you know, you mustn't sort of forget, is that, yeah, you think, I'll get this money. But next year I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff for free, which is going to be hard because, you know, at home it's going to be going, well, where's the money? Now that will come in 2017, darling. But this year I've got to be getting out there and laying it all out and getting the foundation set so that you can, if you think about your first job, well, you earned nothing, did you? Your mum probably nicked half of it as housekeeping. And then when you smash your car up, that goes the rest of it. But yeah, it's about having that steady plan. And as you say, Christian, is, you know, the plan and the goal setting is a real key thing that we've got to stick on. It is,
yeah, and it does come back to that question, which you know, I found it hard to really answer, but you know, knowing your why, because that's going to keep you pulled through when the times are harder, as you say, when you're sitting at home on a Monday morning without a job to go to, and you're thinking, shit, what's going on here? You know, if you're not clear about the reason why and your definitive purpose, it's going to be tough times. So,
well, you'll end up back doing what you were before.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you need your why.
That's the scary part.
I agree with Christian 100%. It's what keeps me, you, and all of us going, and hence I always use the word the outsiders, because we have a stronger why than anybody.
Yeah. It's difficult. It's difficult as well, because some people just don't get it. I think, what the hell's he doing running around like that with all that energy? I'll take my old green drinking. So Tony Robbins' Green Drink, Natural Energy Live. Don't know if you've listened to it. I take this sludge in every morning, and everyone just sits there and goes, what on earth are you eating that for? And it's like, do you think I could operate like this without it? Mind you, I've never had so many colds since I've been in this new office. It's a bloody nightmare. So it's not really, the plan's not working out very well.
Maybe share the recipe with us in the group, Ian. Maybe share the recipe with us all.
Just anything you can put in a blender apart from your fingers and whiz it up and away you go. So it was, I don't know if anybody's, Tony Robbins' Get the Edge program. I'm not sure how you guys are about sharing media, but I can throw out there's an episode in that called Pure Energy Live or something like that, and it's an amazing speech that he did at one of his seminars, but it was about the importance of oxygenating your blood, getting yourselves energy, and it's about what all these green drinks are all about. And it's about, one of the interesting things was he was saying about a piece of chocolate cake. Like, your brain operates, I think, at about 75 hertz, something like that. I don't really know what that means, but you'll get it in a minute. And a piece of chocolate cake's like 3 hertz. So when you eat a piece of chocolate cake, that's why you just slow down. Your body flows down. But stuff like broccoli, kale, cucumber and all that is like 70, 80 hertz. So what it does, it keeps your blood flowing, and it doesn't stick to your blood cells and slows it down, which is why you get more energy. So I get luckily my wife does this, but she mixes up kale, cucumber, pineapple and anything else she can find in the kitchen, I hope, puts it in a drink, and just have that cup, break it up throughout the day. And I think it makes a big difference. It certainly helps me concentrate more, and sort of keep on point, especially since I've stopped drinking coffee, which was another horrendous story where I stopped drinking that. If you've ever done a
withdrawal symptoms,
shit the bed, 4 days. 4 days. I got to work and I couldn't drive. I couldn't get in my car because I was so spaced out. And I was scared. I didn't know what the hell to do. So we worked it out throughout the day that it was because I just come, and I was like Gaggia grinding at 9 o'clock at night with double espresso, and then in bed at 10 o'clock. So I'd like no problem with this coffee thing. And I just went off the hill, and I just went off the edge, and I stopped drinking. Just like that.
I think the reason why the energy that comes, especially from like-minded people like us, we're always thinking of other ways to make money, other ways to develop. And it's been proven that they did some studies that people who continuously self-develop and the ones who are vegetative in front of TVs are more likely to develop Alzheimer's. So the people who do not continuously challenge themselves physically, mentally, in this circle, they will have more chances of developing these types of diseases. So the brain it needs to be constantly engaged. It needs to be challenged. It needs to be pushed.
Yeah.
And, of course, good, healthy lifestyle, diet. But if you're not pushing yourself mentally, then it's not worth it.
No, you're absolutely right. I'll send you over a link, Christian. You can distribute it out. But it's a really interesting. It's an interesting piece of media that's it's good fun.
Excellent. All right, guys, we've hit the 9 o'clock mark, and it's just been great having this conversation with folks tonight. Obviously last month we had a few more members, but that's fine. It's some months we'll have more and less.
It's Christmas party season, isn't it?
Yeah, and
we're home.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, without any wine tonight, which is a travesty.
I will try and sneak out, but she'll hit the door.
Okay, guys. Well, if there's any more questions before we go, otherwise I'll probably wrap this blab up for tonight. Wish you both a very Merry Christmas, and
and you guys and everybody on the forum.
You too. Christian, looking forward to 2016, and meeting you all again. It'd be really great.
Yeah,
good to meet you, mate.
You too.
Nice one, guys. Thank you very much. All
See
right,
you soon.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.